Ohio State Trooper Kenneth Velez was killed 1 year ago this month when he was hit in the side of the road by a man who had just received a dose of methadone. Driving after the treatment is legal, but many of you are still asking why. Carly Flynn Morgan has the answer.
Every day, nearly 2,000 people drive into downtown Cleveland to receive a dose of methadone from the county's only 2 public facilities that provide methadone treatment for opioid abuse. Then they get in their cars and drive away. That's what Joshua Gaspar did on the morning of September 15, 2016, the day he struck and killed State Trooper Kenneth Velez, who was performing a speed check on the side of the road. Gaspar's attorney, John Sin, says a jury made the right decision when it found Gaspar not guilty of aggravated vehicular homicide and driving under the influence.
A lot of people thought Josh was impaired. They thought he was high.
Dr. Ted Parent, co-medical director at St. Vincent Charity Medical Center, says methadone is one of 3 medically assisted treatments that increase an addict's chance of long-term sobriety by 50%.
If they're on a stable dose, if they're not using other drugs on top of it, and if that dose has been stable for several weeks, then they are no longer impaired by the methadone.
Methadone is an opioid with a slow release. It relieves physical withdrawal, but you wouldn't get high from an appropriate dose.
They no longer have intoxication, they no longer have impaired judgment, and they no longer have the sedative effects.
That's why someone on a stable dose of methadone is allowed to operate heavy machinery and drive. Doctors suggest being on methadone treatment for 2 years before weaning off of it, but it's a long road to recovery. About 15% of those on methadone continue to take it for life. Dr. Parent says risk of impairment does increase slightly if someone on methadone skips the clinic for 3 days or more, then goes back for a dose or receives an increase in their dose. But overall, Russ, it's considered a very safe and successful way to overcome an opioid addiction.
We were talking with this. A lot of us were surprised, as you were as well, right?
I was. I found out a lot today. I wouldn't have thought that that's something that's allowed, but it is.
Okay. Carly Flynn Morgan, thank you.